That's the one thing when we talk about COVID. You're gonna shut down restaurants and bars. You're gonna limit their capacity. Yet people are being herded into Walmart, into Lowe's, into gas stations. Come on, I mean, it makes zero sense. Now, what about staying safe when dining out post quarantine? Because you got various phases of reopenings. A lot of people are confused, overwhelmed by the prospect of things going back to normal. Dr. Matt Chalmers, healthy living analyst, back on the show. Doctor, good morning.
Morning, sir. How are you?
All right. So how do we begin to leave our homes and re-enter the world with, with what we know or what we don't know?
Well, the biggest thing we have to understand is that everything's going to be okay to go out back into the normal world as long as we don't leave our homes when we are sick. So if you're sick, if you've got bad symptoms, go ahead and stay home. Other than that, join back up into the regular world.
Yeah, but you've got a lot of people out there that are still running around thinking the sky is falling over this COVID thing. And I'm one of the few. I mean, I was in Dayton and they mandate masks. I wore it around my neck or my chin. I mean, I'm just not a believer in it. This thing is so contagious from what we've been told that what the hell is a mask going to do? I go out and about my day like nothing's ever changed. But a lot of people, doctor, are freaking out. I see them driving in cars by themselves wearing a damn mask. How do you get those people reintegrated?
I think those people are so bought into the fear campaign that they can't be pulled back. The thing about a mask is that it is a beneficial thing to wear, again, if you have symptoms. If you're coughing, if you have a fever, if you're sneezing, then you can't stay home, go ahead and wear a mask.
I agree with that.
If you're healthy,
I agree with that.
If you're healthy, are you worried about spreading your healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm confused at why healthy people are wearing a mask. It's not going to stop the inhalation of a virus. So there's no reason for healthy people to be wearing masks.
All right, so in other words, you're saying that these various phases of reopening, when you've got a restaurant that reopens or some place that reopens, if you are healthy, then go about your business. You shouldn't be that concerned?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, that seems simple enough, right?
Yes. And the thing is that as long as we're washing our hands, as long as we're, doing these things that we were taught in elementary school, don't sneeze on people, these kind of things for common courtesy, that's great. I'm a big fan of personal space, and so social distancing isn't really a big problem for me. Staying 4 or 5 feet away from me is always kind of thing I enjoy. But some of these things are going to be really easy. We're just going to have to understand that if we're going to go out and we're going to choose to put ourselves into a position where we're in an extremely crowded place, then just like a cold or a flu or anything else, then the risks are going to increase. But these are chances that we're going to have to decide on for ourselves.
Yeah. So this is where I sit there and I laugh, doctor. I'm at a Marriott, okay, and they have mandated masks. I'm in Dayton, Ohio over the weekend at a Marriott. So you're supposed to wear a mask in there. But yet when I go to my room, I'm touching the same damn elevator button that hundreds of other people have put their finger on. There's nobody there wiping it off. There's not an attendant with the Marriott sitting there wiping it off. I go into a restaurant in Dayton, mandatory masks. I walk from the entrance to my table, but once you're at your table, even if you're not eating, you don't have to wear a mask. Now, if I'm sick, what the hell is wearing a mask for the 10 seconds it took me to walk from the door to my table going to protect people from if I'm allowed to take my mask off for the next hour while I eat and I talk?
It's not going to protect anybody at all. The big thing about this is that people want to show that they're doing something to help everybody. And so the mask is a great way to show everybody that, one, the governor's done something about this horrible thing, and that, two, other people are doing something to help those around them, regardless of if it helps or not. So that's really where we're kind of at with this.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, and I think that's why a lot of people like myself are very frustrated with it.
Well, it's very frustrating from a clinical standpoint, because when we start looking at how often people touch their face because they're wearing a mask, and how often they touch the actual mask that they're breathing through, and how nobody changes these things, the amount of goo, the amount of viruses, bacteria, and everything that are now stuck to this mask that you're then breathing in and out all day long is substantially higher than it would have been had any normal, healthy person not been wearing a mask. So when you understand PPE and sterile fields, it becomes kind of irritating to see this being applied the way it is.
All right. Doctor, as always, I appreciate your outlook on things. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir.
All right. Dr. Matt Chalmers,